What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Run the North podcast. Today, we have our boy Steven replacing Geek because Geek has just been going off a little bit too hard in the group chat. We figured we suspend him for a week. So, Geek is serving his 1 week suspension. There will be a fine coming from the league office. We need to talk about that. But Steven is our pinch hitter. So, he's come in to not only help us with trivia, but help us talk some ball. So, anyway, today we're going to be doing a trivia game. Steven has made a Jeopardy board for both me and Miller's interests as far as like sports and music and shows go. So me and Miller are going to compete head to head in each other's Jeopardy, and then we are going to talk a little bit about other sports, but most importantly, we're going to do a fantasy draft style thing where we pull from a pool of NFL players, anybody we want. We're going to do a snake draft. I'll announce the draft order when we get there. We're going to build our own franchises, see who can build the best team. But before we do all of that, gentlemen, how are we doing?
I'm tired, man. Like I have been doing so much D&D prep work over the past week that it's not funny, and I have lost so much sleep over it. I have a problem, but I promise it'll be worth it. Remember, if you're not already, we stream it every week, every Saturday on Geek's Twitch, and you guys should definitely tune in to watch Steven, Jake, Geek, and a couple other freaks do some Dungeons and some Dragons and whatnot. But other than that, I'm just fucking tired.
I've been good. I'm also tired, but that's because I've been up since 4 a.m. for work. So, you taking your leave. How are you, Jake?
I'm good. Yeah, life is pretty good. I'm also tired. Not all three of us are running on fumes, I think.
That's fine, bro.
But I'm happy to be here, and yeah, I'm coming back to D&D for the first time with this group in a long time tomorrow. So I'm very excited about that. I don't know. We're probably not streaming tomorrow, right? Is Geek?
No, he will be.
He will be? Okay, Geek is with us, that's what I forgot.
So yeah, there will be 2 streams this week.
When you're watching this, twitch.tv/geekslays tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square, for the return of Jakey Boy. Anyway, that's enough plugging for a guy who didn't bother to show up today. Let's do our Jeopardy game. So Steven, without telling us any of like the questions, we have the categories, has made a Jeopardy board based on both me and Miller's interest, 2 separate boards, and me and Miller are going to see which one of us can get the other one's board taken care of. So I am terrified that Miller will beat me to some of the Packers questions because he's just a ball knower. But here we are.
So these categories I've crafted up myself.
Mm-hmm.
I did ask for some, but on the left we've got Bible Thumper. Okay, right here we've got the Pack. The middle we've got the Green Bay Packers. Then we've got some premium crackers. And who up facing they ball.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Up facing they ball, bro.
That's elite. That's elite.
Do I get to pick the first one?
Yeah. It's your board. You can go first.
I'm going to go Bible Thumper for 100.
I'm going to change team names real quick. So, I will not lie. David's board is a little bit creative. I just know him better. So
That's fine. Dude. I get it.
Bible Thumper 100.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's the verse, brother? Oh yeah, I'm on full speed. Who buzzed? Jakey is buzzed in.
For God so loved the world that he sent his one and only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life.
He's got that shit locked in.
Yeah, I'm cooked.
I figured you both are Bible thumpers. We can maybe.
I'm not a Bible. Listen. I'm Christian. I'm not a Bible thumper. I do not know.
Should my buzzer have reset, by the way? Because it definitely hasn't.
I reset it.
Okay. Sweet.
Buzzers. All right.
I'll just keep going with Bible Thumper. Get my points early here at 200.
Sounds good to me.
Poof.
If you don't know, you don't have to answer.
I say 41. Good job.
I thought there was a chance there was competition here. That was my thought.
No, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have that one.
All right, so this one. Oh, I'm not plugged in. This one, pretty simple one. I thought it was like pretty short, so that's why I did it for 200 points.
Okay.
That might be a summary more than like what it actually says, but You know,
Okay.
I took this off Google, so
I will go with the pack for 100.
all right. What? When a bunch of wolves are seen together, it's called a what? Jake buzzed in first.
A pack.
That sure is called a wolf pack. So
Yep.
Jake will get
Okay.
100 points. There's a theme in this category.
That's going to be a speed test now. Yeah.
No, don't answer too quick.
I'm gonna go with what basin they ball for 100.
Oh,
All right.
God.
It is.
That me?
Yeah, Jake's buzzed in first.
Shohei
David
Ohtani.
is quite slow on the
That's
buzzers.
Shohei.
I'd say.
Dude, I want to say I thought that was Shohei, but I really didn't want to get it wrong and be, you know.
I'm gonna go with
Hold on, let me clear my buzzers. All right, we're good.
what basin they ball for 200.
Yeah, you might clear this whole category, man.
Probably.
But this
That's Aaron Judge.
buzzer's so loud in my ear, bro.
That's Aaron Judge.
It's a jump scare. That is, I'm pretty sure, Aaron Judge.
Pretty sure. What do you mean pretty sure? Is there a chance it isn't
I'm
Aaron
gonna go
Judge?
up,
Well, no, there's a
go
chance that I don't remember the answer. That's
Oh, okay.
what basin they ball for 3.
Yeah, Jake's gonna mop his points down real quick, I think. Is this?
That is Bobby Witt Jr.
Yes, it is. That's my
Shortstop
go to
for
Bobby Witt
the
Jr.
Kansas City Royals. Would be the MVP if Aaron Judge didn't exist.
There's Sorry, David.
What
For-
basin they ball for 4.
All right, who's that?
That's
Should have
Kyler
buzzed
Murray.
in. You
That's
should have buzzed
Kyler
in, David.
That is
Oh, I was-
Kyler Murray,
I-
drafted in the first round of the MLB draft. One of the only people ever to be drafted in the first round of both by the Oakland Athletics. Would have been a
Should
very
have
good
buzzed
baseball
in,
player.
David.
No,
Would've
I
been a
could have
great
had that
baseball
one. You're
player.
right. You're right. I fumbled.
Yo, did I get my points for the last one?
No, you didn't. I had that real quick.
Yeah.
900 plus 200, 1200.
All right.
Man, call me Aaron Ripkowski in the playoffs because I just fumbled. That's crazy.
Are we still basing our ball here?
Yeah. We'll go for 500. Just make.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna get the 500. Is that
Oh.
Will Smith?
It is Will Smith. I picked
Yeah,
him because his
that is
name's
Will
Will
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah. Catcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Signed a huge extension this past year. Good player. Good player.
I'm sure he is. Yeah, it does.
Well, I guess we have the answer to our question: who up basing they ball? Because it's not
Okay.
me.
I'm gonna go with premium crackers for 100.
All right.
Come on now.
David.
That would be Noah Khan.
He got it. Oh man.
David, first points of the game.
Way to go, bud.
Listen, I am a premium cracker. I gotta lock in.
I'm good. It's good that you know that one. I'll stick with
David,
premium
you're on the
crackers.
board.
Well, no,
Oh,
no, no.
right.
It's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
turn,
that's
buddy.
true.
And we're gonna go Green Bay Packers 100.
All right. That is Jakey boy.
Matthew Golden.
Oh, that's right.
Matthew Golden. New rookie.
No aura.
I will go with let's go Bible Thumper for 500. I'm probably not gonna know it because my
All right.
memorization is probably not great. but
Bible
here we go.
Thumper. That's a buzzer. It's so loud. You guys have no idea.
Don't be anxious about anything, but in everything, lift up to the Lord your prayers and supplications.
You know, I'm honestly
Thanksgiving.
sure you're right. But yeah, that's pretty much what you said. So let's go. Let's reset this buzzer. Oh yeah, I did already. Okay. Jake's got a substantial lead.
Yeah.
I gotta say. Hey, let's do this. Let's cumulative the scores on the next board. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Your board. Jake.
Bible Thumper for 4, I guess.
Okay.
yeah, memorization might
Still
not be
thumping
there.
our Bible.
Good golly, I know this one. I'm gonna know it the second. You say it.
Okay.
Ugh.
Jake is buzzed in. Oh fuck! Don't read that. All right. Yeah, you didn't read that, right?
Is
If he doesn't get it right, he gets points taken away. Don't
Yeah.
forget.
Correct.
Yeah. Do I have to like cite it from memory, or can I just tell you what it's about? Because I think I know what it's about.
You got to say the verse, bro. That's the whole play.
I mean, I don't know what it's about then, because I know what it's about. It's about loving each other well. I think this is one about loving each other and bearing each other's burdens. Okay, yeah. So
I'm not giving you that one, brother. we're gonna have to go on.
Let's go.
We'll
we
say
take
that is
I'll go with
subjects board. Okay.
premium crackers for 2.
Okay.
See if Miller can get me on this one again.
We got a Jake buzz in.
Was that Jordy?
That's Jordy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Get you your points back. Okay. Sorry, that was a Packers one in the white and then the Crackers one. I ran out of thoughts. All right. So
I'll go with premium crackers for 3.
all right. Jake buzzed in first.
Is that me?
Yep.
I mean, hey, you can call him a 2-time champion all you want. The bubble ring might not have counted. Give me Caruso. Alex.
It was Alex Caruso.
Darn, I knew that one.
It was Alex Caruso. He's a premium.
You
cracker.
did? Yeah.
I did know that one.
I thought you might get that one. Former Bull.
Well, I don't associate with that team anymore.
I'll keep it in premium crackers for 4.
Okay, premium
You did when
cracker
he was
400. Yes, David.
That would be John Kuhn.
That's John Kuhn.
It is
David
John Kuhn.
does get the
Right. I
fullback.
couldn't think of who was an announcer.
I was gonna say as soon as I saw the word announcer, that's the only thing I know about Packers games now.
Okay, now we've got David's board.
Oh yeah. Premium crackers 500.
All right, premium crackers 500. Box. This brand is known for producing premium saltine crackers. David?
Oh wait, fuck! I didn't mean to hit the button. I fucked myself.
Oh no, he doesn't know the answer.
Okay, good. This would lose him every point
Wait.
he has.
I know the answer.
Wait, a bright red box. Is it Ritz?
So I'm gonna have to pass it. No, we'll just manage your points. Do you want?
We're not doing stealing.
No passes.
want it.
All right, we'll just
I don't
minus
want it.
David's
I
points.
don't
So I know
want
that's not the right answer. It's Zesta.
What the
Zesta's
fuck is Zesta crackers?
That's
bro?
the saltine crackers.
I think
I have
saltine
never
crackers
heard
are
of these in my
saltine
life.
crackers. Yeah, I've never heard of Zesta. I would never.
I see them everywhere. Maybe it's a Midwest thing.
Yeah, it is a Midwest thing, and we're both East Coast. That's
You got-
racism, to be honest.
Known for
Is
living
it still
somewhere
David's
else.
board? It is. Yeah, it's David.
Let's go Packers 200.
Green Bay Packers 200. Name the Packer based on their career path. Jake buzzed in first. I didn't hear you, bro. That is Cobb.
Randall,
Randall.
your boy
Randall. Cobb. My goat.
What? Randall.
All right. Jake, it's your board.
I'll go with the Bible Thumper for 3. I've been bad in this category because my memory sucks. But
Okay. No answer. No answer. He buzzed in.
As for me and my house, we will worship the Lord. No, that's the other.
I'm gonna have to subtract you, brother Bear.
All right,
I'm gonna
well.
subtract you.
Oh man, I'm only up by 2,300.
Shut up.
All right, it's still your board, Jake. David, I will say this game
This is gonna flip.
it's very
the second
comebackable with these
board,
last
you know
few. It's very comebackable.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Jake, pick
All right.
a category.
We'll go with the pack for 200.
All right. David buzzed in.
That would be a packed. P-A-C-T.
That's true. It packed.
Yes. Very good.
As you can see, I just
Let's go with the pack 300.
Yep. I forgot. Go ahead.
Would it be a pack of cigarettes?
Yeah, pack. Yeah.
See, for me, it was Grandpa.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Let's go with the pack 400.
Okay, David?
A stack. S-T-A-C-K.
stack. Look
Yeah.
at the comeback brewing.
Yeah, oh man.
All right, let's go
I'm
with
sorry, Jake. Like I said,
Let's go with the pack 500.
the pack for 500. Jake buzzed in.
Practice.
It is. I gave you the answer. It is practice.
Tis. Wow. See, he didn't have a
Practice.
space in the word. I think he should lose points for that.
I'm gonna give it to him. Unfortunately.
Let's see how it
I guess
is.
I'll have to go Green Bay Packers. I'll go for 5 though.
Okay.
5.
500 points.
I mean,
On the line
there's
here.
no way. There's
There's
no
a way.
I can name one off the
Take it,
dome, and
Miller.
it's their most
It's all you.
recent one.
All right, we'll say name 5 of them. Because there's 7, I think. No?
I know one of them.
All right, I'm going through.
Yeah.
Here's all of them. I feel like this was gettable. I feel like this was
No,
gettable.
it definitely was. It definitely was. I absolutely could have
I
gotten
really
DeGuara,
thought
Kraft,
about
Lloyd,
that,
Hopper,
like,
and Williams.
Yeah.
See, I thought in
Yeah.
my brain, I thought Kraft was a late second. I didn't realize he was a third.
One of the only good third-round picks from the Packers.
True.
All right, so, Jake, still your
I guess
board.
we'll go with 300. 300.
All right.
Yeah,
Can you do this? Jake is buzzed in. Jake,
I'm gonna
He
be
just
real.
saw them.
I'm gonna be real. I saw them,
You
but I
did.
did know them. I'm putting that out.
I-
I know that answer, but I will not take the points because you showed.
yeah, that's
I did
my
know that
fault.
answer. I want to put that on the record.
You know
I
what?
want to put that on the record.
it's 300
I know the
points.
answer, but
We'll just say it didn't happen. That's my fault on the judge. Minus 300 points to me.
True. True.
I'm at negative
You know what?
300. I feel like
That's
this one's
real.
unwinnable on my end. Okay, but we can still go Packers 400. Let me make sure the buzzer's clear. Packers 400. I won't click my space bar. Jake is buzzed in. It's the 2023 Packers, not the 2024 Packers.
Aaron Jones
One.
is one. Man, 2023 is such a weird year. This is post Jamal Williams. He was got to be a saint at this point. Rookies? Like I don't even. No, I got nothing, dude.
This is
Yeah.
2 years ago, so we're going to minus your points real quick. And we're going to get the answers. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Patrick Taylor, Emmanuel Wilson, James Robinson, Kenyon Drake.
I mean, that all makes sense.
Did you know Kenyon Drake had
Yeah.
a carry on the Packers?
I knew that he was on the
I
Packers. I
didn't.
guess I didn't know that he got a carry.
He had one carry for 2 yards, I think.
Okay,
Hey,
sorry,
what?
okay, did we decide that these points are carrying over?
Cumulative, yes.
Okay.
We've decided
He's about to
that.
wipe the floor with
David
him on his
will
board,
will
so-
do better on his own board.
I hope so. I sure hope so.
if he does, Aaron Judge.
I was gonna say if Aaron Judge is on my board, I'm fucked.
No, he's not. He's
What
not.
if all 5 categories are who up base and they ball from Miller's board?
All right, we will go to David Miller football, the 3rd, junior, senior, the 6th, Jeopardy.
Of course.
Let me full screen this. 2 teams. Start it. All right, so we've got Robin. We just met, bro. The Bears, Chicago Bears, except for Satoru Gojo, of course.
I mean, he's
And
gonna.
sure.
Let's go in Transformers category. That fucks.
Yeah, I mean, he's.
All right,
I'm not
so
gonna get a single
Jake
point.
was at 2,300, right? And Dave was at 900.
I'm not gonna get a single point.
All right. We'll just say since it's David's board, he can start it out.
Okay. You know what? Let's keep it simple. Let's go with except for Satoru Gojo, of course, for 100.
All right, Jake, I would stay locked in here. This is not a JJK category. Just keeping it
Okay.
very clear. It's a sports
Very
category.
interested.
Okay?
Oh, I know what this is gonna be then.
Nobody in the history of the NBA has more than 4 Finals MVPs except for David's buzzed in.
That would have to be Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
That is correct. It's Michael Jordan. David
Yeah.
opens his own game. Yeah, it's just one name.
Oh,
I did the double. I'm
I'm
sorry. Double blank just his first and last name. My fault. Maybe I
I
should
would
have
have been.
clarified that.
I would have been on that. All right, that's fine.
All right. Now that I know what that is, let's go with Robin we just met, bro, for 100.
This version of Robin shares a name with the punching bag of our friend group. David is buzzed in.
Definitely.
That would be Dick
I knew it
Grayson.
was gonna be me.
Yes, that is Dick Grayson.
The
This is the
best
only one I
Robin.
worded like this, by the way. So you don't have to answer like that. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
Yes, Dick Grayson.
Okay, let's go with that for 200.
Okay, Robin, we just met, bro, for 200. Name the 4 Robins become Nightwing.
Ooh.
Does he know it? And if this is wrong, blame Wikipedia because they told me it was true.
Ooh.
Are we gonna get a no answer?
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't answer this one. I know 2 for a fact, but I can't name beyond that.
Okay. Jason Todd, Tim.
Okay, so it is just the
Damian
full.
Wayne. Yes, all of
Okay.
them have became Nightwing.
I didn't know that Damien had been Nightwing at one point. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
All right, so let's go with 300 then.
All right, Robin, we just met, bro, for 300. Name one of the 3 states where a robin is the state bird. Got anything? A shot in the dark for 300 points.
Wait. You know, I'm taking this. I don't care.
David buzzed
Is
in.
it Maryland one of them?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think Maryland is one of them. But let's
Okay.
find out.
Mm,
Connecticut, Michigan,
Hold
and
on.
Wisconsin. Maybe you're right. Maybe a Google search proves me
No.
wrong here.
Oh, I'm so stupid. In my head, I was picturing an Oriole, and it's the same colors as a robin.
That's
Yeah,
true.
no, that was
Yeah.
a really I butchered that one. Goodness.
It's all right. There's still a lot of points on the board, and it's still your board. Just remember, that's not all Robin. It's just
Right.
Robin. You know.
Right. No, I get it. Let's go with 400.
All right, Robin, we just met, bro, for 400. Approximately, how long does it take for Robin eggs to hatch? You get a 3-day window. So if you say, let's say it says it's not, by the way, it's not 1, 2, or 3.
Mhm.
But if you said either 1, 2, or 3, you get what I'm saying? Then
Mhm.
you would have the correct
No,
answer.
yeah.
Got nothing, no guesses, no
I'm-
shots
I'm-
in the dark. Jake, you have a substantial lead. You don't want to take any shots here?
He's gonna wipe the floor with me the other half of the board.
Where's
I can't
Theo Ash
take
when you
risks
need
losing
him?
any points.
For
It's
real.
true.
It is 12 to 14
I
days.
was
So
gonna
she's
say-
12
Oh,
to
I should have
13.
said a
I was
fortnight.
gonna say
14.
10, so
I
I
could've
could've
said a-
3.
I could have said a fortnight.
You could have. Fumbled
Oh.
the bag there. All right.
All right,
Still your
let's
board,
go. Let's go. Birch Chur for 100.
Chur. What's the pro's name? David buzzed in.
That would be Bumblebee, otherwise known as B127.
That's true. I don't have any of those names on here. Just the Transformer names.
No, that's fair.
Clear.
That's fair.
So David takes his points here on Birch Chur.
All right, let's go 200 on that.
200. What's bro's name?
I'm
David
just gonna
buzzed
put my
in.
That would be
phone down.
Starscream.
With everybody.
That's correct.
Okay with everybody.
See, I gave you each one of these categories, so I think
Yeah.
it's kind of fair.
If you just want to
Yeah.
run through this category, you can do that.
No, that's chill. Can I get my buzzer reset, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go 300 on that.
All right. What's bro's name?
Hold on. Did Jake buzz? No, it's just me. Okay.
No, it's just
That would be my goat, Ironhide.
That's true.
He deserves so much
Up to
better.
1,400 points for David Miller football.
All right, let's go 400.
All right. What's bro's name? This may be a bad picture.
I was gonna say, I can kind of tell by the face.
David's buzzed in.
Is that meant to be Barricade?
No, it's a loader.
Loader.
I hardly
Okay.
know her. David
So-
loses 400 points, unfortunately.
All right,
But it
let's
is
go
still
500.
his
Let's go
board.
500.
That's first name. Sorry if it's small.
It is a little small.
Said that before.
It's not one of the Seekers. Too small to be who I think it is.
I've zoomed in.
No, I know. I'm gonna be really mad if it's who I think it is, but I don't think it is. So I'm not buzzing in on this one.
I'm not buzzing. It's Air Raid.
Okay, it wasn't Jetfire because Jetfire is bigger. I thought for a second it was meant to be Jetfire. Let's go, Robin. We just met for 500.
Robin, we just met, bro. When did Dick Grayson
Ooh,
debut
fuck!
in the comics?
I'm a fraud.
Give me the year.
Does it have to be the exact year?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
I'm
give
a
you.
fraud.
I'll give you over one, over under one.
I'm a fraud. There's no way.
Have any guesses, Jake?
No.
You can always take a shot. Like I said, you've got a 1,300-point lead here.
There's no chance.
Nothing. All right. 1940.
Yeah. No shot.
Bro was fighting in World War II. Unfortunate.
Let's go with Da Bears for 100.
All right, Jake, I would lock in for this one. This is a very gettable category. Okay. This bear is famous for stealing picnic baskets. David buzzed in first.
That would be Yogi Bear.
That's correct. That's Yogi Bear. Let me reset my buzzer. All
200.
right.
200.
Da Bears for 200. This term used to describe big hairy men. David's buzzed in.
That would be a bear.
That's correct. All right.
Let's go Da Bears 300.
Da Bears 300. These three bears are often found stacked on top of another. David's buzzed in.
That would be the Bears from We Bear Bears.
That's correct. We Bear Bears. There's the buzzer. All right.
Let's go Da Bears 400.
The Bears 400. What's the name of this bear-shaped Pokemon?
Oh my god.
To be clear, I almost did a Pokemon category instead of
Shut
just
up.
this one.
You should have. I would have wiped the fucking floor. Am I the only one that buzzed? That's Ursaring.
Yeah, that's just.
That's my goat. I fucking love Ursaring.
It's now a closer game than it was before. Ursaring.
All right.
Clear my buzzer.
Let's go Da Bears 500.
The Bears 500. Where's this bear? David got it.
He's in Arlington, Texas. Why is he there?
Why is bro in Arlington, Texas? That was a gettable category. David wipes the floor.
All right, let's go with except for Satoru Gojo, of course, for 200.
Except for Satoru Gojo, of course. No NFL quarterback has ever thrown for more than 100,000 passing yards, except for David Buston first.
That would be Tom Brady,
That's correct. That is Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
of course.
Clear my buzzer. All right.
Let's go Gojo for 300.
All right. No player's ever made more than 4,000 three-pointers in an entire NBA career, except for blank, of course. Jake is buzzed in.
Steph Curry.
That's right, Stephen Curry. Only down 100 now. Clear
I
my
wasn't
buzzer.
sure if he had broken the all-time record for some reason, and that was really stupid of me.
It was a big night. Yeah.
All right, Jake, it's your board.
I guess I'll do that one for 400.
Except for Satoru Gojo, of course, for 400. No non-quarterback in the NFL has ever been responsible for more than 180 points in a single season, except for blank, of course. Jake is buzzed in.
Justin Tucker, unfortunately.
I'm going to have to tell you that is incorrect, Jake.
Can I say who it is and not get points?
Sure.
It's Morton Anderson.
That's also incorrect. It's
Really?
Danian Tomlinson, according to Pro Football Reference.
Okay. Well, the more you know.
Let me clear my buzzer. All right.
I guess we'll finish that out with 500.
All right. No wide receivers ever eclipsed 330 yards in a single game except for Jake. No,
I don't
Jake.
know why
Jake
I
didn't do
buzzed.
this.
To be honest.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Jake. I can't believe you did that. What the fuck?
Is that Randy
Yep.
Moss?
It is not Randy Moss.
Okay, well. I'll
That's
just go
Willie
for
the
it.
Flipper Anderson plus 100 if you guess the Flipper.
That's crazy. I know him as the Flipper Anderson. I did not know bro's name was Willie. I'm going to be so real. Wouldn't have guessed it was him, though.
Yeah, he's actually 6 yards above Megatron. So
Yeah.
there you go. Shout out to the Flipper. Jake is still your board. You're down 1,000 now. So this is going to be a big category for you and on David's favorite team.
I don't give a shit. I don't care, dude. I don't care.
All right, we're just going to go for 100. Who's currently number 87 on the Bears? David Buddin.
That would be Luther Burden the third, your goat.
That's correct. That's Luther Burden the third. Right, so now David has the floor.
Let's go. Can you reset my buzzer, please?
Yes, sir.
Let's go 200.
200. Who are the Bears starting quarterbacks in 2020? Jake's buzzed in. And also David's buzzed in.
It doesn't matter. I
Was
forgot
that
I can't
Mitch Trubisky?
I only have 2 here, just by the way.
Right, Mitch Trubisky is one.
I'm not going to tell you till you list both.
Yes. And Mike Glennon.
I'm sorry, Jake.
It was Big Dick Nick.
It was Big Dick Nick
What
Foles.
the fuck is going on? Mike Glennon.
Uh-oh, he's lagging.
He doesn't even know.
He doesn't even know. I'll bring it back up. Hey, Jake, you're frozen, Brother Bear.
Jacob.
Yeah, I know.
Nope. You can go.
Hopefully
All
he
right.
comes back.
Yeah, we gotta kill time without him because I am not editing this shit. My computer cannot handle rendering for some reason.
Have any thoughts on this 2020 season? Was it an enjoyable watch for you?
One of my most fond memories of a football game was during 2020, and it's not because anything good something good did happen. We had a comeback win against the Falcons. But I was in a hospital because I had this like weird neck twitch thing going on. Turns out it was anxiety, but we didn't know. So I went in for a CAT scan. And the only time they could schedule me was during the Bears Falcons game that year. And I remember I was losing my shit because the hospital's Wi-Fi wouldn't let me pull up Stream East on my phone because they had like blockers.
Yeah.
So eventually one of the nurses was like, I can put it on the TV if you want. And I was like, yes, please. Because like I wasn't being like an asshole or anything. I was just internally freaking out. And I mentioned it because I looked stressed, I guess. And as soon Nick Foles ends up throwing this long touchdown to, I think it was Mooney, I can't remember, to take the lead. The second that touchdown happened, I got called in for my fucking CAT scan. So I missed the end of that game.
No. Did you at least go back and watch it?
I did, yeah. I watched it after the fact. But fun fact, that was actually how they figured out it was anxiety, because my nurse had mentioned to the lady that did my CAT scan that my neck was twitching way more when she had the game off than when it was on.
Oh my God.
So she was like, "Oh, he was anxious. He was upset. That's what the twitching was." Still have it to this day.
It's like your comfort show. It's like the Chicago Bears playing football.
My comfort show, the Bears led by Nick Foles. Good God. What kind of hell have I lived in? Yeah, Nick Foles was the other quarterback, Jake.
Okay.
Would you like to sign back into the buzzing website? All right, he's back.
He's back. He's locked in.
All right, he's locked in. We're going 300, David?
Oh, it's Jake's board.
I haven't got the question right. How is that possible?
Yeah, no, you got this one. So you got 100.
No,
Right.
oh yeah, I got 100. That's right.
So just
and he beat me to buzz. Okay. Yeah, let's go 300. Yeah.
All right. Name the Chicago Bear based on their career path. Only played one game for the Saints. So really think of it from here down. David's buzzed in.
Is that Jordan Howard?
That is Jordan Howard. I fear this game is unwinnable. But it's the integrity of the sport, right?
Yeah, let's go 400.
400 names 7 of the 14 retired numbers for the Chicago Bears. This is the only ones listed on. No, only you buzzed in.
Okay.
This is the only ones listed on Pro Football Reference. If there's unofficial retired ones, I don't have them.
Sure. So 51 for Dick Butkus, 7 for George Halas, 89 for Mike Ditka, 41 for Brian Piccolo, 40 for Gale Sayers, 3 for Bronco Nagurski. That's 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I trust
3,
you.
5, 7, 40, 41, 51 and 89 is what I said. How I didn't say 34 is crazy, but numbers.
The sweetness.
Yeah.
You can get up to 2,000 points here, Jake, if you get this answer right. We got, based on points scored, named 3 5 best offensive season Bears history post-merger.
Do you have the scores or like the point scored total? with these seasons
No.
listed? Okay. I was just curious because I wanted to see how sad they were.
I mean, I can pull them up real quick. It wouldn't take very long.
No. I'm not even going to try to guess this, bro. It could be literally any season except for like.
I will say, these are mostly notable seasons.
You know what? I'll take a I'll take a swing. I'll take a swing. I'll be a good sport.
All right.
I'll
So
say
I'll hang on. Before you go, I'm going to list the scores here.
okay.
First place, 456. Second place, 445. Third place, 427. Fourth place, 421. And fifth place is 392.
All right. So I'm going to say 2018, 2006, and 1985.
Cinema.
Yeah. 2013. Ooh, I should have known that one too. That was the 1 year the Cutler was good.
Yes. This is what I've got. All right. Yeah, that was the
Holy-
trivia. I'm sorry if it was unfair. I really tried to make it fair. It's kind of tough. I did my best, I swear.
I thought you did wonderful, Steven. Thank you.
Thank you.
No bias, obviously.
Yeah, I'm sure. Here, I can stop this so we can go back to normal.
Real quick, just while we're about to transition,
Quick ball. Okay, this is where we start asking questions. Yes.
Yeah.
Movie.
he's in a movie,
Okay.
but more known for a show, I would say.
I was about to ask if it was like a geek semantic thing, or he's more known for other thing. Okay, more known for a show. How about an animated show?
It is animated, yeah.
Is it an anime?
It is.
Okay, is it Jujutsu Kaisen?
It is.
Okay, is it Gojo?
It's a Lego Gojo.
That's sick, bro.
Yeah, Kenny gave that to me. I actually used that last week.
I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen that before.
Yeah, no, I used it last week, and I was like, you know what? I'll bring it up again because Geek was the only one that was there, and it worked. His hand's about to fall out. But anyways, Jake,
Yeah. What?
what's next?
I don't know. Kind of just want to die right now.
I'm sorry, Jake.
That's
I'm really
this,
sorry.
this might be the end for old Jakey boy.
37 minutes into the episode.
Yep.
Oh,
We're not
Steven,
We're not even a third of the way through for you guys.
Steven, start sharing your screen. We're playing Fortnite for the next hour and a half.
Anyway, this thing's not going for hours. Anyway,
No, it's not.
we're doing a fantasy style draft where each of us are going to draft in snake order, in a snake draft format. We are all going to draft. Let me make sure I got this right. A quarterback, a running back, a fullback, 3 pass catchers of any type, an O-line unit, a D-line unit, 3 defensive backs, and 1 linebacker. And
Lauren?
the draft order is going to be Miller, and then Steven, and then me.
All right.
So that is going to put Miller on the clock with the first overall pick.
So, quick question. Are we drafting, just like as a consensus, are you guys drafting with like long-term plans in mind, or are you drafting with winning a ring right now, right away, best team
It's
possible?
literally whoever can make the best team. Yeah. it
Okay.
doesn't matter.
So then I'm going to be basic, and number 1 overall, got to go with Mahomes, the best football player on the planet, I do fear.
Okay.
Wait. Do we have team names? Is that part
Oh,
of it?
that's right. We were supposed to do that.
I was going to do that at the end, but yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, we'll save that for the end so I
All
can
right.
come up with one. But yeah.
Okay.
Frank DM'd me and told me to have one ready too.
So if you guys keep track of your teams, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I'm tracking who's been taken, but I'm not tracking them split up into teams.
All right.
All right, Steven.
I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna make you pick. With the second overall pick, I'm gonna take Justin Jefferson.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Good call.
So I'm going to have 2 picks in a row here. And so I am going to take Lamar Jackson
Okay.
and Fred Warner.
Oh, fuck you.
Bro guy's guy.
You did.
So it's Snake, so it's back to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Miller will have two.
Well, see, this is what I did. I made you guys pick quarterbacks. I don't even think my quarterback right now. I'm going to go with Miles Garrett.
So the Browns' defensive line.
Yeah,
Yeah. You gotta pick a
Okay.
D-line unit. So Miles Garrett.
that works too.
Okay, Browns D-line.
Okay. So I'm gonna follow up. I'm gonna take the best defensive line in football. Give me Philly.
Okay.
That's fair.
And your second pick?
Yeah. I'm gonna go. CeeDee Lamb.
Also fair.
Okay. Steven, back to you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just have like the positions showed up on here. Okay. We're going to take. Yeah, you know what? Let's go Zach Bond.
Okay.
I'm gonna take with my two picks, the Philly O-line and then Jamar Chase.
Valid.
Yeah.
Valid. Okay, back to me.
Yep.
He's got Chase. I'm just going to go AJ Brown.
Okay. This is where I'm gonna get a little controversial. At running back, I am going to take Bijan Robinson. And then I'm going to go with. Ooh. I'm going to go with. Give me 1 second. Got to double check something real quick because I'm thinking offensive lines. Obviously, Detroit would be like the go to normally, but given what has happened with their interior, I feel like they're not as much of a given. So I'm trying to think without being fully biased and just saying, yes, Bears because of the revamp of the interior. What would be a safe route to go here? I think what I'll do is I think I'm gonna go with Tampa's offensive line.
That was going to be my pick. Naturally think that one. All right. Let's see. What do I need left? You know what? You left him on the board. I will take Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, have fun with Magaquan, buddy.
That's fine. All he needs to do is run ball.
No, that's real.
I will take Kyle Hamilton with my first pick, and Patrick Surtain.
So
with my
Baltimore.
second.
So wait, are we doing 3 DBs?
We're
Is that what
taking
it
three
was?
individual defensive backs. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right,
I'm
word.
taking Surtain and Hamilton.
All right. All right, Steven.
That's right. It's my turn. No, I'm just gonna get out of the way. I'm gonna piss David off real quick, and I will take Kyle Juszczyk.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, so just to ensure I get somebody, I'm going to go with Pat Ricard.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go with. I'll take my homer pick. I'm going to take Jalen Johnson.
Okay.
Good choice. I gotta figure out what I'm missing here. I'm gonna go, and this may be a little bit of a reach, some might say, but I'm gonna take Derek Stingley.
Ooh, I don't think that's a reach at all.
Nor do I. Okay, so my two picks, I'm going to take. I'm going to take Christian Gonzalez.
Sure.
As my third DB, and then I'm going to take. What do I need? I think I just need a pass catcher, a fullback, and an O line, or a D line. So I'm gonna take. Oh, good golly. I'm gonna take Malik Neighbors.
Mm.
Steven.
That's correct. That is me. All right, what am I still missing? I need a bunch of DBs. You know what? Give me my boy. Give me my bias. Xavier McKinney.
Valid. All right, I'm also going to go with the rookie pass catcher. I'm going to take Lad McConkey.
Okay. And your final pick of the draft, I think.
I still have that shouldn't be right.
Wait, so we've been doing it wrong. David should be picking twice as well.
He has been.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
was going to say because I should still have a pass catcher, 2 DBs, and a linebacker left.
Oh, I need a running back too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So then I am going to go with give me Antoine Winfield.
Like that. For my final pass catcher, I'm going to take Brian Thomas.
Valid.
Okay. For my running back, I'm gonna just I'm gonna take Josh Jacobs. And I think I need one more pass catcher. I do because I have Malik and I have Jamar Chase. I also need a D line. I'm gonna take the Texans D line
Okay.
with Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter off the edge.
Yeah.
That brings it back to me.
Yep. I need a fullback and a pass catcher.
And I need a DB and a quarterback. The thing is, just no DBs are in my head right now. Just zero of them. Absolutely zero of them. Hey, you know what? We'll take Jalen Johnson.
I already took
I
him.
already took him.
You did, damn it.
Or I thought he could fuck me out of Juice and Jalen Johnson.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I did. You know?
That's evil.
No, I'll go McDuffie. Trey McDuffie.
There
There
you go.
you go. That's a good one.
All right. I am going to go full bias here. I'm going to take Kyler Gordon, top 2 nickel in the league, and he ain't 2. And I got to take my favorite player, Cole Kmet.
All right. That brings us to me.
Yep.
My quarterback is Joe Burrow.
That's your final
Ooh.
pick of the draft, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are both settled? Okay.
I have one
I'm-
more.
How does he end up with one more? But
I don't know, but I don't have a linebacker.
Okay. So I need a fullback and a pass catcher. And I'm going to take Alec Ingold
Sure.
at fullback. And then my next pass catcher is going to be... Golly, what do I want? Dude. Who has not been taken yet that's like worthy? You know what? Just give me Kittle. Give me George Kittle. I love George
There you
Kittle.
go.
For a moment, I thought you were saying, like, who hasn't been taken yet? Worthy. I was like, hold on.
Hold on, wait a minute. His rating's this fire?
All
All
right,
right,
Steven.
Steven. You have one more.
I do.
What did
I
you
got-
take?
I got 3 receivers. I got a D line, a linebacker, running back, fullback, 3 DBs, and a quarterback. Don't have a tight end. Is that what I need?
No, because 3 pass catchers generally.
Yeah. I think I've got everything.
So how the fuck did that work out?
So what have you
I-
drafted so far, Miller? Oh, because Miller, you didn't pick twice on your first pick.
That's what I was
Oh,
saying. That's what I was
okay.
saying.
So you got a, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, last thing is linebacker for me.
Zach Bonner,
Who-
Fred Warner are taken.
Yeah, who's our
Yeah.
Mr. Irrelevant? That's a great
It's
question.
your pick.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Who's going to be our Mr. Irrelevant?
We're putting Brock Purdy at linebacker.
True.
I-
No, I am gonna
Expensive
go.
linebacker.
I'm gonna go with Unk. I'm gonna take Demario Davis because
Oh.
I'll be dead and buried before I acknowledge that dude in Baltimore again.
Fair.
Yeah. So now, before we get our team names, we'll all read off our teams, provided that these two have kept track of their own. My quarterback is Lamar Jackson. My running back is Josh Jacobs. My three pass catchers are George Kittle, Malik Neighbors, and Jamar Chase. My offensive line is Philadelphia. My defensive line is the Texans. My three defensive backs are Christian Gonzalez, Patrick Surtain, and Kyle Hamilton. And my linebacker is Fred Warner.
All right. I've got Mahomes at quarterback. And then I didn't put these in. I put them in order of how I took them. I didn't put them in position order. So I've got Mahomes at quarterback. I've got Philly's defensive line with CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver. I've got Bijan Robinson at running back with Tampa Bay's offensive line. I've got Pat Ricard at fullback with Jalen Johnson as my first DB. Lad McConkey is my second receiver. Antoine Winfield Jr. is my second DB. And then Kyler Gordon and Cole Kmet with Demario Davis to round out.
Nice. Steven.
And this is my team. I've got Joe Burrow at the helm. My wide receivers Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, and Brian Thomas. We are throwing that thing far, all right? We got the Browns D-line, Zach Bond, Saquon Barkley, and to block for him, Kyle Juszczyk. And for our DBs, we got Derek Stingley, Xavier McKinney, and Trent McDuffie.
Word.
Okay. Who would like to go first with team name and what city you're in?
I'll go. You know, I'm a Missouri boy. We're bringing a team back to St. Louis. This was my idea, right? You could do a logo with the arch, right? My team name is the Rhinos. I'm thinking the horn is the arch, and it kind of just curves up. I think that could be cool, and you can put it on the helmet.
That does go hard.
You can put it on the helmet. That's my thoughts. Shout out St. Louis.
All right. That's what's up. Give me 1 second. I got to remember the exact thing I had written down because I wrote it down somewhere and I lost it. So, Jake, why don't you go?
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I got. Okay. Toronto. They're getting out of the CFL.
Okay.
And just because I thought this name was cool, my team name is the Toronto Frosthawks. Because I just think that's dope. I don't know what a Frosthawk is, but it would just be like an all blue ice in the veins logo of a super dope hawk.
Would you put two of them on the helmet? I mean, you're like Dwayne Wade right now, man. What did you expect?
Do you have a team name?
Yeah, I do actually. Little shout out to a series I did on my YouTube channel for a whole 3 weeks and then gave up on. Rocking with the Columbus Keldras. Those who don't know, Keldra. Yeah. So not Columbus, Ohio. It's Columbus, Alabama, I want to say. And Keldra, for those who don't know, it is part of the snapping turtles by scientific name. It's Keldris serpentantus, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm probably butchering that because I don't fucking speak Latin. Anyways, it's a funny way to say snapping turtle. And you put a snapping turtle on the helmet, and then we snap your linebacker's legs by sending Pat Ricard at them full speed.
Or straight to Pat Ricard.
Yeah.
David, just curious, what offense is his team running? I've got to ask.
Honestly, I should have committed to the bit further and just taken tight ends and ran the wing tee. But that'll definitely be part of the playbook.
Okay.
Definitely run first. We're going to be a run-first offense with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback because fuck you.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what they do in real life.
So those are our fantasy teams. We'll put out a poll on Twitter tomorrow after the episode drops, so you guys can pick who has the best team. And so now we're just gonna finish up with some extra ball talk. And
I can't believe we managed an hour.
What did you say?
So shocked. I said I'm so shocked we managed to stretch this into an hour. I really did not think we did.
We're in the off season, boys. we are pushing.
Anyway, we're still making Hawk Tua jokes.
True.
Talk about the NBA first, right?
For sure.
Oh, you can't even see him.
Oh, well, I just want to say real quick, I fucked that up big time. It's just Keldra serpentina is the name of
It's the thing.
the snapping turtle.
Anyway, so here's the
Yo!
thing. So here's the thing about the NBA. Okay, OKC, they're our champions. That's happened since last time nobody likes it because I hate them. They are. I don't know. I don't like the way they play basketball. Shy is. Uh, the discourse around Shy is terrible and it's too much. And not specifically calling anybody out, but saying that he's the best player in Thunder history and has completely erased the legacies of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Pretty stupid. To say that would be idiotic. Not that any of us would say that, or that anybody we associate ourselves with would say that. But if you're listening to this or watching this, which you probably aren't because of given the circumstances, but if you are and you think this, respectfully, I would love it if you never talked about sports again. And in fact, deactivated your account, so I never have to hear you talk about anything again. That would be fantastic. Anyway,
Shout out to my mutuals on Twitter.
Kevin Durant.
Unrelated.
Kevin Durant's been gone for 9 years.
Kevin Durant is on my basketball team.
That's true. He's a
The
rocket.
Thunder are champions. Tyrese Halliburton gets hurt early in Game 7 while the Pacers are up, and winning the game, playing a very good game, on track to at least make the game very competitive. Halliburton goes down. Pacers keep it a bit competitive, but the Thunder pull away because they didn't have Halliburton. And so that's that.
This is what I want to say about how the Thunder play basketball. I think everyone on the Thunder plays basketball just fine, except for you, Lou Dort.
Not a Lou Dort.
What's wrong with Lou Dort?
He just kind of beats the garbage out of people on defense.
So he plays real ball.
This man he should be a linebacker.
He plays that Bill Laimbeer style of ball. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Given who he's teammates with, it's kind of contradictory. You know.
Oh yeah, getting away with fouls and the foul merchant.
Because Lou Dort never gets calls on defense. Then Shy will like sneeze and fall over. They'll be like, "Oh, that's a tech." You know.
No, I get that.
Yeah, so Thunder are champions, but more importantly than the Thunder being champions, Kevin Durant is a Houston Rocket.
Yes, so much more important than a Thunder championship.
And let me tell you what, the package price, everything about it, the Suns, I don't know what they're doing. Jalen Green, listen, they're going by the model of if you take a guard who's struggling, who's young and struggling in the situation, and just trade them like they did with Halliburton and like they've done with other guards, maybe they'll just be really good. So maybe Jalen could agree with Miller.
The package wasn't that bad.
I'm saying the package for Phoenix was bad.
No, it wasn't. Did you see the other offer they got for Durant?
Oh, it's not that bad in comparison, but it's still not a good return.
Yeah, they didn't have it. Listen, like in a general sports perspective, Durant was not going to play for Phoenix next year under any circumstances. So they had no leverage in the trade, couldn't say couldn't call anybody's bluff. So they're negotiating a leg down on the competition. And they got like a player that has potential and other stuff. I feel like it's not all that bad. Plus Durant's like 63, like same thing in athlete years. Like, I don't know. My opinion, I don't think it's that bad. That's just my opinion. Take it as a complete casual to basketball, given the circumstances and using what I know about other league trades.
That makes it a very good package for them and a very good package, and a very bad package for Phoenix. The one young player they got from the Rockets was the worst possible young player they could have got.
No, I understand that.
Jalen Green is the absolute worst young potential player because we also remember next year is year 5 for Jalen Green, right? Like. They've got Amen Thompson, who is a dog, and Jabari Parker, who's a dog, and Alperen and Sengun is a dog. All young. They wouldn't trade any of those guys, right? But again, yeah, he was not going to play for Phoenix. The real problem in Phoenix is Bradley Beal. Because Bradley Beal has a no-trade clause and has ceased caring about basketball. And so he's refusing to let Phoenix trade him because he likes living in Phoenix. But he's also refusing to care about basketball entirely. And so what Phoenix did last year was bench him to try and get him to be unhappy and demand a trade and waive the no-trade clause. But he was just like, all right, I guess I'll just sit here. So The real problem in Phoenix is Bradley Beal. If you're listening to this, Bradley Beal, I know you are. You are
Yes.
ruining the Phoenix Suns
Yes, listen here,
single-handedly.
Bradley.
Listen
Here,
here, Bradley. Go back to the
Bradley.
Wizards where you belong. You never should have left.
Listen,
Um,
Bradley. I'm coming
never
for you,
should've left.
Bradley.
But yeah, Kevin Durant is a Rocket, and he adds a lot to their offense. They needed one of the biggest things in the playoffs this year against the Warriors was needing a guy who could just go and score in the clutch, and they didn't really have somebody like Jalen Green wasn't reliable enough to do that, and Van Fleet is 90 years old, and so stuff like that. But yeah, good for the Rockets getting a superstar. The NBA draft just happened.
Spurs did
And
good.
Raptors did good. Spurs did good. The Rockets, I don't actually know who they took in the first round. If they even had a first round pick, I couldn't tell you.
I don't think they did. I think that was in the package. No?
I didn't know if it was a pick swap or just a straight up first rounder. For Durant.
Let's check Rockets Twitter.
But yeah, Spurs drafting Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant falls to 14 somehow after being a lock for a top 5 pick, almost, or a top 10 pick at the very minimum. Somehow falls. So the Spurs get to have him. Because why not? Everything falls into their laps anyways, so I might as well just have it happen again. So yeah, here we are. But yeah, I'm happy with the Raptors. Miller's happy with the Spurs. And Steven doesn't know about the Rockets.
They didn't take anybody.
Okay, so Rockets probably had dumb second-round picks, which never work out in the NBA unless you're Nikola Jokic being drafted during a Taco Bell commercial, which is just one of my favorite NBA stories ever. Anyway, yeah, and then now we'll get into territory where only Jake will talk. And
well, hold on, we can talk a little bit more about the Rockets because I think this is a really interesting thing, right? Let's say it gets down to how it was this season versus the Warriors, Game 7, right, in the first round. Like, and it's a close game. Kevin Durant is going to take a bunch of ethical middies because that's what he does. He's an ethical shooter. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't think anybody else is really that much of a scorer. And Amen Thompson had what did he average last year? Like, yeah, I don't know, bro.
It depends if you have defending Sengun.
Yeah,
he's kind of an hell against Draymond Green. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Jalen Green couldn't be that guy, clearly. Van Vliet can hit a 3 every once in a while if you give him the right opportunity.
Shout out Van Vliet for taking a pay cut, by the way.
KD's got to be the guy down the stretch, though, for the Rockets. And we'll see if he can still be that guy.
This is the most excited I've been to watch the Rockets in like 4 years.
Because they'll be just as good, if not better, this year. Like, they're going to be, like, a top 2 seed maybe. Depends on, like, what the Lakers do around Luka. And if they get rid of that bum and his son, that'd be helpful, too, I think. And get to build around Luka as opposed to the 40-year-old man and his child who can't play basketball in the NBA.
Jake, did you say the words 2A in that way on purpose, or am I just fucked in the head?
You're fucked in the head, yeah.
I figured it was the latter, but I had to make sure. Steven, did you hear it too?
It's just you, man.
I'm ruined.
Anyway, yeah, but the Rockets are going to be better, and that probably means a top 3 seed again, and hopefully not losing them to a 7 seed in the first round this time. Maybe they can get by a lower seeded. I mean, it was like a super savvy veteran team of the Warriors. Like, it's not like it was like
Steph was on one in that Game 7. I just remember him pulling up from like damn near half court.
Yeah.
They were putting Steven Adams on him, and it was just like...
Yeah. Like, Amen Thompson is one of the league's best defenders, but it's just... Yeah. The Rockets are really good defensively, so...
David is destroyed.
Yeah, it's over for him.
I've spent so much time trying to eradicate the joke that it's buried itself deep in my subconscious.
David is constantly hawking his Tua now. He can't...
No, I'm not. Do not say that ever again. Jake, I will say things that would get me banned on TikTok. I'll use the word that unalive is supposed to represent.
Anyway,
Oh, no.
I hate
but
that
yeah,
shit, bro.
let's flip from the NBA to the WNBA. And I'm sure you guys both have rigorous thoughts on this. But I guess I'll go first. Yeah, WNBA going on. Yep, Steven's got his Kirby. Perfect. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. DeWanna Bonner, you suck and I hate you. And I hope no team claims you off waivers because you're a little crybaby who can't handle Caitlin Clark being the best player on your team and not being the star anymore. Should have stayed in Connecticut, you absolute bum.
Hey,
Anyway.
shout out to Paige Beckers. That's my goat.
Yo, you a Paige Becker stand too, bro? That's crazy. Anyway, I love me some Paige Beckers. The wings suck, but Paige is awesome. Gonna win Rookie of the Year, because she's the best. Fire Chris Conclans though. Screw you, buddy. Can't believe they hired Walmart Noah Khan to coach them. Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
That's what he looks like. He just looks
That's
like a
crazy.
less attractive Noah Khan. Anyway, yeah, the wings suck. The Liberty are really good. If Geek were here, it'd be like, the Lynx are really good too. What's this? Anthony
So you
Richardson. It is
Anthony
Anthony Richardson.
Put that a little closer to the camera. Let me get a better look at that.
Well,
Anthony
hang on, let me
Richardson
turn
in
the light
Florida.
off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, word. Oh yeah, that's what's
yeah.
up.
It is
That's what's up.
Anyway, yeah.
I actually got that gift for Mother's Day.
You got a gift for Mother's Day?
Yeah, that was the gift.
Good for you, man.
That's what you got for Mother's Day.
Good
Yeah.
for you.
Who are you mothering?
I think that question compared with the dead silence is going to be the TikTok for this week. Just the dead. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's about all I got for the WNBA. The MLB, not a lot going on in the MLB. Shohei's back to pitching, and the Blue Jays are mid, and yeah, that's about all I got. So.
Shout out to the Royals, to Bobby Witt Jr. The GOAT.
Hollywood Jr., second AL MVP odds, although the top guy is plus 10,000 right now.
Let me see if I can name another Royals player. Is
You can.
Is the catcher still there? Don't tell me his name.
I'll tell you
Perez?
his name because
Salvador
you're not
Perez?
there.
He's not there? Man.
Salvi, he might still. He's so old. I might be imagining him retiring.
That's my GOAT. I remember when they won the ring in
No,
15.
he's there. Yeah, he's there.
Shout out Salvador Perez.
Salvi Perez, one of the best catchers of all time, still kicking in the Big 2025. Good for him. But yeah, I believe that's all we got, unless anybody's got any parting gifts for us. We want to thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Run the North podcast. Hopefully, Geek will be free of his suspension next week after he pays his fine. But if he refuses to pay the fine, which we all know Geek, he will, there probably will be further consequences. And so you might be seeing a whole lot more of Steven coming up later. So, yeah, we want to thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a like, comment, subscribe. If you are listening on Spotify, make sure to give us a rating and a review. That'd be greatly appreciated. And we will see you guys next time.
Hello.
Bye.
Wait.
I did
Fuck.
the geek thing. I was
Fuck,
trying to
I was gonna say I tried to do a different version of the geek thing, but I have to hit the button again. So go ahead, Steven.
All right. Bye.